Hi, I'm Michelle, and today we'll be discussing the methods you can use to form your LLC in Massachusetts. We're going to be covering the steps involved in starting your LLC, the forms that you will need, the naming requirements, and the 5 main steps needed to actually register your Massachusetts LLC. I'll also be explaining the importance of having a registered agent and a very key term known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, if these terms aren't familiar to you, then I highly suggest you watch this video. Now, if you look at Massachusetts geography, then it has around 1,500 miles of the Atlantic Ocean borderline. Now, this has enabled the traders to easily trade through the marine ways, which has become a major part of the state's domestic economy with time. This growing industry has contributed around $2.40 billion to the state GDP. Massachusetts is also doing really well in the IT industry. The reason behind such a massive number of IT companies is the easy availability of highly qualified staff in the state. You can start your Massachusetts LLC by 3 methods. Number 1 is that you can do it yourself, in which case you can choose to fill out the online forms and send them off via mail. Number 2 is that you hire a professional service to do it for you, which is the most easy and secure method out there. Now, we recommend TailorBrands as one of the best services for this purpose. Number 3 is that you can hire an attorney. Coming to a very important and a very common question, what exactly is an LLC? An LLC is a hybrid business entity combining a corporation's characteristics with a partnership or sole proprietorship. It separates your personal assets from your business assets, thus giving you personal asset protection. In this video, we'll be discussing option number 1 and number 2. But we're going to be placing emphasis on why you need a professional service to do it for you. Because you have to make sure that you're doing your LLC work correctly. Because this is one of those things where you can't afford missing out any of the key information or have any misunderstandings. TailorBrands is a really good and competent professional service that you can get because forming an LLC is not just filing the certificate of formation, but it's also deciding on a name, hiring a registered agent, creating an operating agreement, and obtaining an EIN. Now, all of these can be done under one roof with TailorBrands. I'll be leaving the links in the description below so you can easily go and check them out. And now we're going to discuss in detail the 5 important steps that you must cover when forming your LLC in Massachusetts. The first step in starting off your LLC in Massachusetts is basically choosing the business name. Simple, right? Before you name your business, you must know that the name should be easy to remember, it should be available in the state, and follows the LLC naming guidelines. Now, you can go and find the naming guidelines at startmyllc.io. There are 4 key things that you need to be aware of when you're starting to name your LLC. Number 1 is that your business name should be available, and no other existing business can have that name. Each business name is unique to its owner. LLC or limited liability company should be there as a suffix in the company name. Now, you cannot use any name for your business that is confusing or could be misleading. Now, terms such as Treasury, State Department, FBI, CIA, and so on, this should not be included. Terms like bank, university, attorney, doctor can only be added after additional requirements are filled out by the state government. If you do not wish to file your LLC right now, but you don't want to hold on to the name that you've decided, then you can reserve your LLC for 60 days. Now, to keep the name, you have to file a name reservation application and pay $30 to reserve your name with the Massachusetts Secretary of State. The second and highly vital step to forming an LLC in the state of Massachusetts is to appoint a registered agent. A registered agent is an entity that will act and work on your LLC's behalf and will receive important paperwork and other official government correspondence. Hence, hiring a registered agent who is competent is very necessary. Now, you need to make sure your registered agent is a resident of Massachusetts or has a physical street address. Their business address is used as the LLC's principal address. Now, most LLC formation companies also provide registered agent services. TailorBrands is a great LLC setup service. Even if you buy the cheapest plan, which is for around $9.9 per year, you also get registered agent services and other reasonable priced services right there. Now, key thing to know about getting a registered agent is the importance of having one and having a legit one. Because in case of any lawsuit or if you get sued, the lawyer of the other party is going to do what is known as piercing the corporate veil. Now, most people believe that they're setting up their LLCs for tax purposes, but the real reason for setting up your LLC is to limit your liability. Now, basically what it does is that it creates a divide between your personal assets and your business assets. So if you're sued in your business, they cannot go after your personal assets. Now, when you're sued, the attorney who is suing you is starting to start looking for cracks in your LLC. And this is where they pierce the corporate veil. The first thing they're going to do is check whether you have a registered agent, are they legit, and have they been filing the appropriate paperwork. The third and another important step in starting to form your LLC is to file a certificate of formation. The Massachusetts Article of Organization is a legal document needed to officially register your business with the Secretary of State. It costs $500 to file your formation certificate in Massachusetts. Now, the certificate of formation includes details like the name of your LLC, registered agent's name, address, employee details, structure of the company, and whether it's member managed or manager managed. Now, before you start hiring employees in Massachusetts, one should really know about the rules and regulations thoroughly to avoid any future issues. We suggest using TailorBrands to file the certificate of formation because they provide an easier way to fill out the forms without any confusion or missing any of the steps. Now, if you do get stuck anywhere, they do have a live chat where you can go ask your questions and get help. The fourth step is filing the operating agreement. An operating agreement is an internal document that legally outlines the proprietorship and operating procedures of your LLC. Now, this document is vital as it ensures that all your business owners are on the same page regarding how they operate, their voting power, business resolution, and so much more, and it helps reduce future conflicts. Now, when it comes to filing the Massachusetts LLC operating agreement, the state doesn't really require you to have a very comprehensive operating agreement, but it is ideal to have one that contains the details of your business operation entirely. It's recommended that it should be done by using a professional service such as TailorBrands. Now, since they know exactly what to do, you won't have to worry about missing out any of the details. The agreement template is drafted for a very small fee of $29. The EIN, also known as the Employer Identification Number, is a 9-digit number given by the IRS to make it easier to identify the type of businesses for tax purposes and taxes in general. The EIN is necessary for any active businesses or any form of businesses for that matter. An EIN is needed when the LLC hires employees. Now, to obtain an EIN, one has to fill up a form which can be done online or it can be done by mail, and you just need to submit it to the IRS. You can also get an EIN assistant through TailorBrands who can help you with the process. I'm going to be leaving the links in all the resources in the description below. You can go there and check out which of the options fit your requirements. But for now, I'm going to be showing you how to fill out the forms using TailorBrands. So this is the website for TailorBrands. And as you can see on the website, there's option to set up your LLC, and you can also design a logo, merch, and the website itself for your brand in case you need one and haven't really gotten around to getting it. I'm going to go into Form an LLC. Now choose the state that you're setting up your LLC in. Add your business name. You can check for the name availability here, which will save you a lot of time. Or alternatively, you can choose the method that I told you earlier by going to the business entity name search. Click on the type of services that you're offering. You'll have to pick which stage of your business that you're on, whether it's still in the idea stage or it has been set up and fully running. Choose what sort of income your brand will be. Choose whether your business will have a physical address to receive the documents, and also whether there'll be a dedicated person there who's going to receive these. Select the number of employees. Now you have to fill out the information for your business, like your name, phone number, email address. Now choose whether you want to opt for a registered agent or not. TailorBrand charges $199 annually for hiring a registered agent. If you don't have one, then I highly recommend that you get one through them, because the one thing you can't risk is not having a legitimate registered agent. You're going to need an EIN, like I discussed before, for tax-related purposes. If you don't have one, or you're overwhelmed by the process required to get an EIN, then just let TailorBrands do it for you. It's going to cost you $99. Pick if you want to file for compliance. It will cost you $199 when you do it through TailorBrands. Here you can choose whether you want to have your business branding done. If you already have things like logos, domain, and a website, then just move forward. Select if you want to speed up the process. You can form the operating agreement using TailorBrands if you haven't made one already, or you are unsure of how to proceed with making the agreement by yourself. See if all the information that you chose and entered is correct, and check the final billing as well. You can now proceed to pay for the service, and that's all you need to start and form your LLC. Now that you've created your Massachusetts LLC, what's next? There are going to be still a few things that you're probably missing out, such as you need a company business bank account and a business credit card. You need to file the business permit and licenses. You need to get general liability insurance and professional liability insurance, which covers your employees as well. And you need to file a Massachusetts annual report every single year. I hope this detailed video will help you out on how to start your LLC in Massachusetts, and I wish you the best of luck if you're starting off your business there. Please continue supporting our channel by liking the video, subscribing to our channel, and clicking the notification button. Thank you for watching.